Every great leader has a story, and these stories are more better, conversational, deeper when you hear it from them. Some stories are rough, others are smooth, and others are just worth laughing it off. I remember on this My Story podcast, we are today we'll be going through the story of a young, remarkable change maker. He didn't know that he would be here, but because of his consistency, determination, and self-reliance, he was able to discover his purpose and discover his own calling. My name is Lole Chapi, and with me in the studio is
Robert Antipas.
Good to see you, Robert.
Glad to see you.
The last time I saw you were taller. What happened?
I think if I stood up right now, you'll see that I added an inch.
You're still taller.
Yeah.
All right, but good to see you.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
the last time we met, I was like, you told me just a hint of the story. Then I was like, this story needs to be aired. This story needs to be told. And you need to be, we'll be having a conversation one-on-one, and you tell me more of the deeper story, how it started and all that. And I'm glad to have you once again. You're welcome.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here, and I would like to thank you for keeping your word. Definitely, it was a very short time. I could not tell you my story.
Yes.
And I'm happy that today, hopefully, it will be you and others to listen to my story.
True.
So it's my pleasure to be here. For those who may not know, or if you don't know my full name, Robert Antipas is my name. And I would like to say that I've been a leader of my life from the age of 13. And I'm
From
happy.
the age of
Yeah.
13.
Yeah.
13, I was just focusing on my PLE.
Yeah, from the age of 13, I had to, leadership is about making decisions.
Yes.
So I had to make sure that I was already thinking like a mature person. Because
At the age of 13,
At the age of 13.
was there something that happened that made you feel like, you know what?
Yeah.
You need to stand in for yourself.
Yeah. So I was born to a very lovely family. My mom and my dad both are late, but they showed me love, and I learned leadership from them. But because of the situation of the country, my mom had an illness that was getting worse and worse day by day. My dad was struggling to take her outside the country for proper medical attention, but there was that financial constraint. Because my dad was already of an age. I am born to an extended family. And
Are you the firstborn?
I'm the firstborn.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, in my heart, I wanted to help my dad to achieve the goal of taking my mom to the better medical facilities.
Hospital, yes.
In Uganda or in Kenya. But at the age of 13, definitely.
That was impossible.
Yeah, it was not possible. So he tried and he could not succeed. So I lost my mom at that age.
Oh, sorry.
And because of that pain that I could not help my mom, actually in that very year, it was December, my dad wanted to buy me a cloth, and my mom was still alive.
For Christmas?
Yeah. But I sacrificed that money. I told him, no, you add this money to what
For
you
the
have.
medical bills?
Yeah, for the medical bills. And that's when I started thinking, definitely, I need to take responsibility even from that age. So I asked my dad to stop buying me anything from that age. But
From
only,
the age of 13?
Yeah.
Okay.
But only to pay school fees and school requirements. It was a very heated debate with my father because he was curious if he had ever offended me in any way.
Yeah, where in an African child telling you at the age of 13, don't pay anything, just school fees, I'll provide for myself. That was something really...
Yeah. But I talked sense to him, just explaining my pain of not being able to help my mother and watched her died, yet I'm the firstborn. So he felt bad. It was a very emotional moment for us. Actually, we both shed tears, and then he hugged me. But I told him that I would work hard. And yes, I believe I worked hard. That's why I'm here.
Okay.
Sometimes I call myself a village survivor. Because nobody brought me from the town. I had to work hard.
You brought yourself out.
Yeah.
And what did you have in mind?
Yeah.
Did you just want to be a leader, or you felt like there is a certain character that you should actually bear, or there is a certain profession that would actually make you a very greater leader? Did you have that in mind, or you just said, whatever the case is, I'm going to do anything, and then I'll be there?
There's a story of a neighbor of ours.
Yes.
That family honestly had a lot of violence. So every morning we were hearing women crying. And I had my brother, who is now is a bishop,
Wow.
One day he had to organize with the rest of my cousins at home. They had to storm that family.
For prayers.
No, not for prayers, for disciplinary action.
Oh.
Because the men there were beating their wives like every day.
Yeah,
And in my
okay.
heart, I was feeling the pain. But I was helpless. I was very young. I was very small. No one would even listen to me.
Listen to you, yes.
Yeah. So deep inside my heart, my father was telling me stories because my dad was an exposed man. He was a business
But
person.
you never witnessed your mom and dad have
No.
such?
No.
It was from the
Yeah,
neighbors?
from the neighbors.
Okay.
So he was telling me about the police, about lawyers. And this thing, lawyers, I did not have the details, but he just told us, like, these are people who will be making sure that these women who are beaten like this should be given their
Yes.
right. Whatever the right meant, I don't know. But I think I just liked that. So in my heart, I said I wanted to be a lawyer.
All right.
Yeah, but now in the rural schools, I even don't know what would take me to become a lawyer. Yeah, because up to P4, by the way,
Yes.
we were taught in dialect, in my dialect.
Oh,
The
not in
teacher was-
English.
No, not in English. The teacher was reading in English, then translating in my dialect. Yeah. So in my heart, I'm like, no, to become a lawyer, I may need a better location, a better school.
Yes.
Yeah. So now I wanted to come to Yei town and study there, but there was a condition because, as I mentioned, it's an extended family with many children.
Children, yes. So
And
it
then,
was.
yeah,
It's a little bit hard. It may affect also.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. So is Bishop Jackson, who was already in town by then, he was a pastor, and there was a condition for you to come and stay in Yei. So like you have to pass, you have to get first grade in the village.
From
Then-
your family.
Yes. You have to-
Okay.
yeah, so that you come and stay in the
In Yei.
town and you access those schools. And I worked hard until P4. Imagine, that's when I got first grade.
All these years.
Yes.
It was just
So
in
I
your
was
mind.
getting-
The goal was
yeah,
to make it to Yei.
yeah.
All right.
So when I got it now, there was no way they could give us an excuse. Yeah. Because my dad is like, now in Yei, you know, schools are going to be expensive. I said, no, but you said if I got first
First
grade, I would
grade.
go
Yes.
to
You
town.
keep your word.
Yeah. So I was brought to the town, and the funny thing is that I never knew how to speak even this Yei Arabic, Juba Arabic. I didn't know any other language.
That must be hard.
Yeah, it was very hard. So I had self-stigma also in the school, but I know I was a clever kid. Because in the village, much as I didn't get first grade, I was near first grade. Aggregate 13, 14, 15, I never go beyond that. Yeah. So I had to fight hard, first of all, to remove that self-stigma
Yes.
and to be able to socialize myself with the kids.
To
in the
fit
town.
in,
Yeah,
yes.
to fit in the new set
yes.
in the town. Yeah. Yeah, but always I like taking new challenges. Yeah, and I feel good to connect with friends. So through football, I was able to have many friends who are now speaking in Arabic. And that school, I have to mention the name, by the way, because I'm proud of that school. It's called the EPC Nimai Primary School in Yei. They were very serious with issues of debate.
I think I know Nimaya.
Okay.
Yes, it's next to the river.
Yeah.
Yes, they used to wear, is it yellow and maroon?
Correct.
Oh, yes,
Thank
I know
you.
that school.
Thank you.
Yes.
There's no COVID-19. You can get high five for that.
Yes, I know the
Yeah.
school.
So Nimai gave me an opportunity to meet better friends and better people. So there I used to like football. And I was playing very well. And I was looking good, by the way.
Oh, how did you
Yeah.
know you're looking
Yeah,
good?
I know. Because I used to see myself in the mirror.
At the age of
Yeah. That
13, 14?
No, that
15?
that was 11. Yeah, that was 11.
11?
Before I was put in that school. Yeah. So those guys were able to teach me how to speak basic Arabic.
Yes.
And I was able to be seen because of my being active in the school. I was able to be seen by a German lady called Anne. She was the headmistress of the school. Yeah. So she was able to take me to some programs that were helping kids like myself to cope up.
Fight the stigma.
Yeah, yeah.
And yes.
There was a kids club where we had biblical stories about how other men ended up being great,
Yes.
but they were born in humble backgrounds. Yeah, and from that also I was performing very well. So we started receiving some gifts from Germany and some friends coming to see us.
Yes.
Yeah. So now back to my education story. Remember, that was kind of a bet that I
Yes.
want to go and study in town.
Studying in town, yeah.
I achieved it.
So
I
the
was in
goal
town.
was for you to make it in town and see how you could become a lawyer.
Yes.
Did you proceed
yes.
with that?
Yeah, I'll come to that. Now, again, when I was in P7, I
Yes.
went to my village in the first time and talked to my dad. I will study my secondary school in Uganda. He did
So
not, yeah,
there is now a shift of
yeah. So I was just setting myself higher
higher
standards.
here,
Yeah.
yes.
So, but he said, okay, it's fine, only if you got first grade.
Again.
Then I was already thinking, how will I get first grade? I'm still figuring out how to speak English very well. But deep inside my heart, I told myself, this is an opportunity.
For you
I'll
to
get-
prove
yeah.
yourself.
So I started working hard after returning from the village. Just to cut the story short, I got that first grade.
Wow.
And again, my dad was trying to dodge, saying, you know, we don't have people there who will take care of you.
Oh, you, yes.
You're still young. But I said, no, I just have to go. So he was able to take me. So if he didn't die, actually, I think I would have become a lawyer because he always worked hard to support me. So now becoming a lawyer became a challenge later in 2014 because my dad died 3 years after my mother died.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So now from the age of 17, I started figuring out things for myself,
How to complete,
how to complete my
the O
education.
level.
Yeah. But this lady from Germany that I talked about,
Anne.
gave me grace. She supported me with my education in Koboko for 3 years. And then something bad happened to her and the husband. They lost 2 kids.
Oh,
They
sorry.
had to leave Yei, yeah. So now from there, I have to be everything for myself. My dad, my mom, my advisor.
How did
my
that,
sponsor.
was there a moment that you felt like the world was ending?
Yes.
Like it was a
yes.
dark one for you. And how did you come through it?
When my mother died, it took me really long time to recover. Because there's a story that I will mention about my mom.
Yes.
My mom wanted to buy for me some Christmas clothes before that year that I was brought to the school. There was no money she had, but we had some maize grains that they planted. So on 23rd of that December, she packed some in a sack and put on her head. She said, let's go to town. I'll sell these ones and I'll buy you clothes. Now from there is when I realized actually life was very tough for women. Because I was only footing without anything on me. But I was feeling tired already.
It was a long distance.
Yeah, it was long. Like for me, it was very long. Because I was young and that was my first time. But I needed the clothes. So my dad did have money to buy for us, but all
And
the
the only
neighbors
way was to
called.
go sell the grains.
Yeah. So my mom was really tired on the way. When we reached the town, the legs were swollen. So for 2 days, I was seeing her there. And I started feeling like, yeah, definitely women are going through a lot. And if I had an opportunity in future to help, it will be
women you'd help. All right. When Anne and the husband left Yei, things were hard for you.
Yeah.
And
Things were very hard for me, but there was an opportunity in the school for students who were determined and who were academically performing very well. So they could have a bursary within the school. They could study for free. So I became one of those lucky ones.
Okay.
Because all I knew that it was only hard work that would push me to achieving my goals in life.
Since there is no support.
Yeah, there's no support. I have my elder sister, but she was also still young. She was in school. And I just felt like not to be a burden to anyone. So I took that opportunity very seriously, worked very hard, and got a sponsorship within the school until I completed my senior 6. Yeah, so when I completed my senior 6, I got actually the points that would take me to study
to the
law.
university. Yeah. Oh, to study law.
To study law.
So that was still in you.
Yeah.
I thought it actually.
No, it never.
It never died.
Yeah,
it was there.
Yeah, I still had
All
it.
right.
So I got the points, but now the money was not there. Yeah. So I had to drop out for 1 year trying to raise that money. It was not there. Then I felt like, no, I think I need to be flexible. Yeah. So I decided to think about what my father was doing. He was a business person.
Yes.
And his life was good in the village. He was respected until he was given leadership in the community. So I'm like, maybe I should go to business. Yeah. So in summary, I decided to do economics, and also in the university, that is what I graduated from. So I'm an
So how were
economist.
you balancing? Was it the same university? I mean, the school that
Yeah, thank you for that question.
enabled you to pay for the tuition, or how did you balance the fact that you were in school and also who paid the tuition?
So after my A level, after
Yes.
getting that good
Great.
grade,
That would actually
yeah,
take you to the
yeah,
university.
but I didn't have the money. I decided to come back to South Sudan. So I was in Eastern Equatoria
Yes.
State, in Torit particularly, and we joined in the market. We were selling food items, cooking oil, flour, and sugar, all these things. So the guy who was employing us was paying us some money that would just sustain our being in Torit, because I never wanted to go to village again. I just wanted to find my life from the cities. From there, I was connected by one of my friends to come here to Juba and work in a hotel. So I worked in Dembesh Hotel in the reception. And I got a call as I was working at Dembesh in 2014. I got a call from Yei that there are some forms for someone who has completed senior 6. If they have passed well, maybe they could try and they could compete
Be
for
admitted to the university.
Yeah.
All right.
For a scholarship. So I went to the church, and that is
Oh, it was
EPC.
through the church.
Yeah, through the church. So I applied, and among the 7, we were 3. I was among the 3 lucky ones who were taken to a small country in Europe called Albania. That is where I started my university.
Oh, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Now let me get this straight.
Uh-huh.
From Yei to Albania.
No, from Yei to Koboko in
From
Uganda.
Koboko to back to South Sudan. South Sudan now straight to Albania.
Yeah.
So how was that for you? The first time you heard that you were going to go to Europe?
Oh my God. Actually, my first time being in Serena Hotel.
Oh,
Yeah.
how was it?
That was so remarkable for me. I felt like I think this is an achievement.
It was.
Because I was hearing a lot of
Serena
Hotel, but I never imagined myself sponsoring myself to sleep there, have a beautiful buffet dinner. Yeah, but that's where we went, and the scholarship was confirmed.
That
because they wanted to see us. They wanted to see us, talk to us the way you're talking to me. Yeah, so I started feeling great, and I had so much emotional memories about my parents, because especially my mom. My mom always told me.
She would be so proud.
Yeah, she told me about aeroplanes. She lived in Arua. She was not a village girl. She was there, so she saw those things. Now I was like, wow, I think my mom has inspired me. Yeah, so my first flight from Entebbe was so emotional. I had tears of joy in my heart, because I never saw that.
Were you going with your siblings or anybody from the house?
No, I was going with the 2 other young people from South Sudan who qualified for the scholarship. Yeah.
So you knew it was just another journey for you to make things happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it was that, and I became more challenged. I'm like, with this now, I need to do better, and I need to inspire others. On top of helping women, I started seeing the young people, how I struggled without any support. If not this school giving me the bursary, if not the German lady, there was nobody really giving the support. So I felt like the youth need to be given opportunities to pursue their visions in life. I felt like there were a lot like myself, but maybe really they also didn't have the determination. They didn't have the support that they needed. Yeah. So in my life, I give my energy, I give my knowledge, my time to projects that will support women, that will support youth to be empowered either in terms of knowledge or skills that will generate for them income.
So was it in Albania that you came up with all these initiatives in mind, because you already had it, but you didn't actually put it down?
Yeah.
When was that time that you realized, I need to have an office, I need to do paperwork, and we start the work of to help women, empower women, and also include the youths?
Yeah, now after my studies in Albania, I got back to Yei.
How long did that take?
3 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So I came back to Yei fulfilling what I promised us, giving back to the community.
Yes.
And through that institution, that gave me the opportunity to get the scholarship. So I was entrusted with a big responsibility, by the way. My first job was to be education coordinator for EPC schools. For those who may know EPC, it's one of the biggest church institutions in Yei, and has actually sponsored students from nursery up to the university, like hundreds of them. So I was coordinating the education programs for EPC. It was very challenging. It was in 2018 when there was a lot of insecurity. There was a lot of also economic crisis.
Yes.
Parents were not able to pay,
yes.
As it should be. So teachers were also laying down their tools. So, but always, because I mentioned earlier that I like taking new challenges.
Yes.
And then I mapped out who can be of help in this new challenge. So I also give credit to one of the most resourceful citizens, actually. He's called Amule Felix Sostens. He was my first supervisor.
Okay.
So I told him that from what I'm seeing, it's a very difficult job.
It needs collective effort.
Yeah, but I need you. Because he's an educationist, I need you to guide me. And because of that, he said, you're not afraid of this? I'll stand with you. Just to cut the story short, I started applying my economics knowledge. So I was thinking about how we can generate money locally to motivate teachers to remain in school and teach the children. Yeah. So there was a beautiful computer center in EPC, which was idle. And I saw those resources can bring money. So I asked the administration if we can organize computer training sessions there. Yeah, they said, whatever you want to do, Robert, it's fine. Yeah, as long as you will not be asking us a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we organized that. Just to cut the story short, we had a lot of students from the Minister of Education for defunct Yei River State. We have from the students themselves and the community. So we had to have like 3 classes in a day.
Wow.
Yeah. So we got some money, and then we said, teachers, we cannot increase your salaries because parents are not able to pay enough. But what we can do is to make sure that we give you some loan, which was almost like 0 interest loan. We give them loan, they start some small businesses to supplement their salaries. So we got all our teachers back and others from other schools. They came and joined our school. So the school enrollment increased. But now I volunteer there for 1 year. Inside my heart, I was...
Why was it short?
Because actually we had to volunteer for 1 year. But I knew that the system was already set.
So they can actually proceed from there.
We formed the PTA, board, SMCs. They were all trained. And the system was flowing well.
Okay.
And as a young man, remember, there are a lot of responsibilities that needed also me. So
Yes.
I had to take a challenge and make sure that I took up new challenge. We decided to come to Juba and find maybe something better for us. We know we have the skills, the certificates, but whatever we applied for, even using our A-level certificates, we were never shortlisted. I have a friend of mine who is also hardworking like myself. So after 3 months, we were like, why should we waste time here? Applying. Why not to sit and think about business or our own NGO? Yeah, so we went and we started working on one organization. We call it Yamora, which means like-minded. So we said we are like-minded and we wanted to do something better with our uniqueness.
What was the objective?
The objective was to make sure that we are responding to issues affecting women, GBV, issues of economic challenges, but also with the youth. Because we felt like actually there are many opportunities. When I got the scholarship, I was taken to one fundraising event just to speak about the challenges that youth are facing. And after us, there were 5 more to be taken. Wow. So we felt like actually we need to create platforms where the stories of the youth will be showcased.
Yes.
So that well-wishers will see that there are needs actually in the ground. So the objectives of Yamora were to empower women and youth. Yeah. So we really took that very seriously. We gave ourselves 1 week to go to a quiet place in Koboko to write proposals. Yeah. we made a little sacrifice of some money. And by the grace of God, one project was funded. That was the beginning.
Wow, that was the first one.
Yeah.
You guys hit the jackpot.
Yeah, so we were able to establish the office. We were able to recruit
Where was the
volunteers.
office? Was here in Juba?
In Yei.
In Yei. You had to go back to Yei.
Yeah. It was a good feeling to see that we were able to employ 19 young people.
Wow.
Yeah.
For the first time.
Yeah.
So that was a great one.
Yeah. So now, from there, the ideas about continuity, like sustainability, how do we make sure that we will continue to
sustain these projects?
Yeah. So
we even sustain our own employees.
Yeah. So we need to think about giving skill that will remain in these beneficiaries. Yeah. So our projects were mostly based on livelihood skills, empowerment.
Yeah.
Things to do with the tailoring, things to do with the bread baking, things that are easy to do and do not need a lot of working capital.
True.
Yeah. So by that year, by the end of 2020, we had 86 women.
86 women?
86 women who were empowered.
How do they reach you people? Did you do community sensitization, call-outs and all that? Or they just heard from other people and they had to...
One thing I have to mention is that during the COVID-19,
yes,
that institution called Yamora became very vocal. Actually, was the first to go to the streets to do awareness about COVID-19.
Yes.
So the Directorate of Gender, Child and Social Welfare heard about us. So they have to contact us. And then they presented that there were some women and youth who were victimized, like during the conflict in 2016. Others were actually taken unknowingly for training, but they were repatriated back to the communities. But now they are traumatized and they are lacking also support. So they requested us to support these women, but we had our own system of also verifying the stories that we get. Yes. And it was true that actually these women were victims. Yeah. So they became primary target for our project. But we had school dropout girls, like young mothers, teenage mothers,
yes,
who are now single mothers. They are alone. We were also seeing how we can support them. So we made sure that they were brought on board. Another category became young people. These were orphans, actually. They were on sponsorship, but until, I think, 2019, that the project ended and they were just sent home. So it was very frustrating for them. When they heard about that organization, Yamora, they were coming, always asking for help.
Because they feel it's a safer home.
Yeah, but we didn't have education project. But because of that, we have seen the need. By that time, we were sponsoring 3 girls. My boss and myself said, from our salaries, let us help these girls.
Yes.
They were never our relatives, but they really came there with their stories. We read through.
And they were inspiring.
We asked them, we asked them to give us contact of the local chiefs of the areas they come from. We verified the stories were true. They had clean academic documents. So we felt like from our salaries, we can support them. Yeah. So but now, I think maybe they shared the story that they are getting also support from us. A lot of other vulnerable students were coming. So now we had to write an education project and seek for support.
Because the numbers were increasing.
Yeah. So I will end the story short here about this. We were able to help 27 of those children to complete their senior 4 with the support of some friends from Switzerland. And later we were able to connect some of this after senior 4 for a sponsorship in the university with an organization called His Voice Global. It's an American organization. Now as I talk, others are still there. But
others are still there.
But others
all
are
right.
graduated.
So that means that the organization is still growing. It's now bigger.
Yeah. So right now I work for Tide, taking up new challenges, new opportunities.
Is Tide part of Yamora?
Now I want to connect now.
All right.
Yeah.
We're
so from 2022, I had to move to Juba.
All right.
Yeah. I had to move to Juba because I felt like we have tried in Yei enough and we have a team that should also take up those challenges, because personally also I have something that I'm pursuing in life. I feel like I want to
focus.
I should actually be a leader of not only myself. Yeah. So I feel like coming to the city here would expose me to new opportunities, to new challenges that will enhance my journey. So I had to leave Yamora in 2022 and come to Juba.
You left the organization?
Yes, I left. I left the organization. But the organization is still there under different leadership. So I joined the Tide. First of all, I was given an opportunity to work as a consultant, of which we wrote a proposal to GIZ using creative arts. This is where now I'll be focusing because this is the work of Tide.
Yes.
Tide is using creative arts to disengage youth from harmful activities, drug abuse, being actively engaged in community conflict. And we felt like actually there are groups that are cut out of the peace process. When you look at like comedians, when you look at like poets, artists, they are not so much engaged in these peace dialogues. So for us, we felt like actually the youth, being the largest population, most of us are in this kind of activities.
They need to be inclusive.
Yeah, we took an advantage and wrote something to GIZ on the strengthening peace process in South Sudan. It was approved, and that is when I started actively being part of Tide, because the project implementation, I was to make sure that
Your part.
it went smoothly. So after that, the management of Tide decided to retain me, and up to now I'm the program manager. So now we'll be talking about two major issues.
Yes.
One is the issue of mitigation of GBV.
Yes.
And making sure that there is gender equity.
Because clearly now we can understand that
Yeah.
this is not something that just started.
Yeah.
It's something that you had in you.
Yes.
And you were just waiting for the right time, and of course how to put it up. And I
Yeah.
think Tide actually was in line with also your
Yes.
your mission, your
Yeah.
vision for women, and also
Yeah.
how to help women.
Yeah.
So Tide was able to expose you. Like
Yeah.
already you were exposed by Yamora and
Yamora,
also
yeah.
the others there.
Yeah.
So what activities are you guys currently actually focusing on to curb GBV?
Thank you for that question. Yeah. First of all, I'm happy to proudly say that Tide is very serious when it comes to issues of promoting gender equity.
Yes.
We make sure that much as our primary target is empowering women and youth, we're also making sure that men are not left out.
True.
Because we don't want to create a scenario whereby
the women are empowered.
Yeah.
And then the men are like.
Yeah, and then it's appearing like it's a competition, it's a power
Yes.
competition, yeah. So awareness raising is very important. Some of the people find themselves committing GBV not knowing that actually it is a crime.
Yeah, that's right. But
So
they know it's wrong.
Yeah, it's wrong, but they don't know
that it is a crime.
Yeah. But also, some people have limited options of resolving conflict. So
True.
the short-tempered ones feel like whatever they have, if it's their hand, if it's the knife or whatever, they should use it. But we make sure that we create awareness about how they can resolve conflict as couple, at the family level, at the community level, using the local structures. So our awareness activities are done in a creative way. Through the GIZ project, we were able to have what we call youth monthly forums, for example. In Yei, we are bringing young women and men, taking them through sessions. We bring experts. It's not us Tide doing it.
Yes, you bring people who are.
Yeah, to create awareness on that. We have debates, we have dialogues, we have conferences. And we use the creative arts to use the space, because music can attract, drama can attract huge number of audience. So there is annual intersecondary school music, dance and drama competition in Yei. We are happy that it has been running since then.
So all these activities are being done in Yei?
In Yei, but the awareness are in Yei, in Juba, in Morobo, in Terekeka, but the MDD is in Yei.
Okay.
Yeah, the MDD is in Yei. So it was it was sponsored by GIZ initially, but the project was very short. It was for 3 months. Now we are thinking about sustainability. How can we make sure that this activities continues beyond the
Continue,
family.
yes. I think we'll get back from there and we see how we can actually get deeper. Who are some of the beneficiaries? How many benefited from Tide, and also their stories and how they got into connection and to work with Tide as well. Let's catch a break, and when we get back, we'll dive more into the conversation.
Hi, I'm by name Robert Emmanuel. I'm a beneficiary of Tide, and I get to know Tide some years back. We have been through some trainings. The training I received from Tide is literacy, financial literacy, and I'm using it in a way how I can use my money. If I get the cash that I have, how can I use it? Like for today and for tomorrow, how can I save money? And how can I get money also? This is what I learned from Tide. My first motorbike that I get, because by then I have no motorbike, but I try to join my fellow friends who are working in the Boda stations. So we join hands together to make something like a saving, how we can contribute to each other to get the Boda, or in case you have something to do with the money. This is how I get my Boda, and I get the Boda, but I don't know how can I maintain the money that I'm getting from the Boda. But through Tide, the training of literacy and finance, I get to know how am I going to save my money and how am I going to keep money for another day. By then, honestly, I used to expend money anyhowly. Whenever I get the money, I just use it, because in money we have that term that money comes, money goes. But when it comes to literacy and finance that I go through Tide, I get to know that every money you have to use it for the cause of it. So that's why I learn a lot, and I use my money basically on things that I need.
I'm Angelo Iga Cornelius. I joined the Tide through some of the capacity buildings and trainings. Then I gained one of the training I gained from Tide. It was conflict management and the leadership training. And those trainings impairs me a lot. I can maybe mention in the conflict management I gained the type of the definition of the conflict, and then also the type of the conflict that I go through. And one of the type of the conflict is collaboration, which is the way how to approach the two parties together. And then the second one is the compromise, where the two parties can be compromising together. I can say yes, this happened. Of course, when I talk of the capacity building, we learn a lot of, there is a peace also building is there. And then what I mentioned before, the conflict management, I am now better because I can solve the problems, especially when there is a conflict in the family. And this happened through getting the skill from the Tide. Of course, before I don't know, but now I have know, and they have guided me how and where to go, by the way.
Just like I said in the beginning, good stories, great stories are told by great leaders. And we have already taken part one of the story from Yamura, and we are yet to discover more of a very amazing, impactful, and exciting journey now that we are diving into a broader one with Tide. Somebody that is actually following us right now would want to know what Tide is and how did you get there?
Yeah. Tide stands for Talent Initiative for Development.
Oh, that was creative.
Yeah, Talent Initiative for Development.
Yes.
We believe there are a lot of young people who are talented, but they have not either discovered or they have not been given the space to flourish in their talent. Now, Tide looks at talent as an opportunity to participate in peace processes using creative ways. But also, it looks at talent as an opportunity for economic empowerment. You could make money from your talent. So our work at Tide is centered at using talent constructively, creating spaces for people either to discover or to be mentored in their talent. Yeah. Still, Tide is also inspiring for me because it is focusing on women and youth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the journey continues.
Yeah, it continues. And I just see relevance in it.
All right.
Yeah. So with the women, we do a lot of issues, advocacy on GBV mitigation, economic empowerment, and I would like to mention the kind of categories of women that we support. We have young leaders who are either at the county levels or in churches, church leaders. There are conflicts that are happening. So how do they handle this? As leaders, we believe that they need resources.
True.
How do they use their talent to generate resources to implement the visions or the goals of their different institutions, their different departments? So we do capacity building in conflict management. We do capacity building in leadership. We do capacity building in financial, like we do basic financial management trainings. We work with border riders. We feel like these guys are doing amazing work.
You mean the initiatives that work with borders?
Yes.
I thought these guys didn't have like...
These guys, to be honest, they are left like orphans. Very few organizations have them in their programming.
Okay.
So for us, we take them seriously.
That's
First of all,
amazing.
they are facilitating logistics. Secondly, they are really among the youth who are even educated. Others
That's true,
completed
that's true.
South Sudan school certificate, even others university, but they never got a job. Some of them never got a job, and then they feel like they cannot go and rob, they cannot go and steal. They need
It's
to do
better
something.
they work just for themselves.
So some of them have relatives who buys them these motorbikes, but the problem is that they have a challenge in managing the money.
Economic literacy.
Yeah, so we make sure that now they are given, how do you take advantage of the current resource you have, which is the motorbike? This is for your relative. For how long will you run it?
True.
For your relative, yeah. So we train them how they can plan, how they can set goals, how they can save. We have so many success stories, especially in Juba. We work with those from Raja Payam, from Monuki, and from Luri Payam.
Wow.
So our trainings are targeting these borders. I hope one day you will hear directly from them.
Definitely.
So we
I would really want to.
We have, I will be very honest, for example, we have 3 who have made sure that they are able to save, they are able to buy their own motorbikes.
Wow.
But we have also 1 who is able to save and make sure that he goes to the university, and very soon he will be graduating.
Wow.
We have some ladies, culture still continue to interfere a lot with the social well-being of women especially. So we have some young ladies, some young girls who are interested to study, but they were stopped from the family level. Because they were to be forced for marriage, and then they did not accept that. So they were sort of disowned. One day maybe you hear from their stories. We are very happy that one of them is very soon graduating.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
And it was through Tide.
Yeah, through Tide's trainings, like how they can make sure that
they mentored them.
Yeah, they are mentored in making their own money in a good way, but also handling issues of trauma, because they were highly traumatized. So we make sure that trauma do not lead them to distraction, but they should ignite. It should ignite more flame in them, to pursue their goals in life. We have local saving groups. I am very happy that this year actually there's a tremendous journey in terms of amplifying the work that we are doing, helping local women groups to save and to invest. So in Juba here, this year alone we have formed 2, and they are very organized. The numbers have increased from 26 members. Now we have 63 of them. And from being informal, they were not registered. Now they are registered as a SACCO, where they will be able to advance loan among the members. And best of all, most of them being people who are exposed to GBV, they requested a training, like intensive training for them also to go and create awareness in their families, in their communities.
The grassroots.
Yeah. Apart from giving loans to the people so they feel like they can also create awareness. Because sometimes when these vulnerable women are given the loan and they are working hard, the economic situation start improving.
Them, yes.
Yeah, you see there's also a conflict arising. The husband begin to feel like maybe he would
You're
beat
trying
this.
to be
Yeah,
the man.
yeah. Yeah, that respect now the husband want to
Yes.
protect it by force physically. Yeah, so we make sure that they are given this kind of trainings, and we are working with really experts in the field. We make sure that they have the interaction face to face. One of the things also we do at Tide is that because of the broken social fabrics in the country, because of the conflict, especially from 2013, we are rebuilding that social cohesion through our creative arts work. So we have the MDDs, we have music for peace festivals, and now we are looking into how the online or the social media hate speech, which is growing rapidly, is mitigated also through our work. So we mapped out important stakeholders like media houses. I am proud to mention also the Catholic Radio Network and other big media houses in Juba. Recently, we have to think about who will really be influential in creating awareness like on the social media.
Yes.
So we look at radio station, the way message can be widely broadcasted and received by the audience. So
without causing inciting any violence.
Yeah, so we're able to take at least representatives of 12 media houses to Kampala for intensive training on issues to do with conflict sensitive reporting, but also peace journalism, how they can amplify the good work. Like what you're doing is amazing. What other good initiatives are there that we should talk about? Not only talking about the tribalism, the corruption,
yes.
all those things. Yeah, so it was very intensive. For 1 week, they were able to visit also big media houses. But also we participate in the IGAD Center of Excellence for Countering and Preventing Violent Extremism, whereby we developed counter messages and then we circulate on our social media handles.
Okay.
So we see a lot of young people getting into that, being willing really to take part in even doing peer mentorship against hate speech. I, who is speaking, is one of those who benefited from a project called Act for Peace. It was for Defy Hate Now in 2020, of which I was trained as a anti-hate speech ambassador in Yei, of which I was to work with the youth from 3 Payams. So there are 60 young people who are working there. So although right now they are not under our control, but we still have the connection with them, because we believe that hate speech, the fight against hate speech, is a continuous process and it's for all of us. In January, we experienced in one of the WhatsApp forums a very fierce kind of fight between young people from 2 different tribes because of issues that occurred
in their communities.
Yeah. First of all, it started with the Gezira crisis, where some South Sudanese were killed, and then some youth were taking violence as the approach here in South Sudan. And for us, we were looking at it broadly that it would have actually interlinked consequences on us as people of South Sudan. Considering the fact that we mostly depend on imported goods. So we were trying to make sure that as soon as possible we get this youth out of that. And because of their active engagement on social media, we feel like that is the right space to record peace messages and put there. Also during International Youth Day, we take voices of youth who are promoting positivity in the country to make sure that they are calling for an end or disengagement from violent extremism or violent activities. So there's something called, there's a song called Kifaya, which means enough. This is a product of Tide.
I think I saw that.
Yeah. So Kifaya is a symbol of unity and is a message calling for an end. Kifaya in Arabic means it's enough.
It's enough.
Refugees were trying to take ethnic divisions in the camps in Luruja, and they were trying to attack each other. So Tide has to come with that project called Enough, Galia Jama, Kifaya, Lemashakil. Is enough. We have fought there. That's why now we are refugees. We cannot start here. Otherwise, where would
yes,
you
where
be?
are we going?
Yeah. So that song brought artists from, like, there were more than 17 different tribes working together. Yeah. Now we felt like it was magical, it was powerful, because the views on YouTube also actually have gone up to over 10,000. So now this inspired Tide to continue with this program that we call Music for Peace Festival. And again, in Yei, this was done, whereby a Goa song was produced. Goa, which means power.
Power, yeah.
So we're trying to tell the youth that actually we have power to make peace. We have power to make things right.
True.
Yeah, so that the idea is not to make them feel like they are excluded, like they are not part of the process. They are part of the process, but actions will determine whether really they are considered as part of the peace process.
All right.
So if they engage in violence, if they engage in drug abuse and all those things, some actors will feel like, actually, no, this is a destructive section of the community.
True.
So, but we are telling them that you have the power to make peace, you have the power to build this nation. Yeah.
All right. And when we look at hate speech, you'll find that at least 98% of the youths on social media, and we can see the most platform that they use is Facebook. So do you think it's the freedom of speech, and do we have freedom of speech that is actually kind of making people feel like I have a freedom of speech to say whatever I can say on media or spread whatever I want to spread? Or is it ignorance, or is it the level of illiteracy? What could be the real cause? Why are the youth so much involved in spreading hate speech on the media?
Yeah. First of all, in my own view, the history of South Sudan has been characterized by war and violence. Most of us are born to this situation and raised also in this situation. So it has impact in our behavior, even not only on the social media, but really our social interaction as youth from South Sudan. We connect this impact of the conflict to our economic situation as young people. Some young people already have responsibilities.
True.
But they don't have proper jobs. Some try to create companies, but they don't have the enabling environment to support their work. So there's this frustration. So hate speech can be linked to several factors. But I can say on the social media, ignorance and excitement. Yeah. The freedom of speech is there, but to what extent should you express it? Your freedom of speech should not be a violation of someone's right.
True.
But on the social media, because of ignorance, some people feel like actually they are very safe. But in reality, we are not very safe in the media. Yeah.
I remember when the government actually said last time that if the youths don't actually be careful, if they don't curb the hate speech or misleading information, Facebook was going to be banned. So someone like you that is working with the creatives and all that, when the government says, well, in case they had banned Facebook, do you think that's the right thing to do? Or more, do you feel like more awareness and more sensitization is actually needed, even from the government, and also the communities, to curb such a situation?
Yeah, thank you. Very important question. I think, first of all, countering hate speech, social media hate speech, is a very difficult job. There are institutions that are already spearheading the fight against hate speech on the media. But if you see, for example, the time they take to respond to a rumor,
True.
actually is very long, that a misinformation can be spread and can impact the communities before action is taken. So instead of taking measures like maybe shutting down Facebook, what the government and its agencies, its partners need to do is really to invest in the people, creating awareness about the dangers of hate speech. The Liberation War was meaningful because the South Sudanese said they wanted to be independent, and definitely this independence has been achieved. But now, through our words, we can either build it or we can destroy it.
True.
So the measure should be imparting knowledge, disseminating information that the people need. When they understand that it's bad to name call people, it's bad, to misinform people, then they will be able to be part of the change making. But when the measures are actually, Facebook was temporarily closed. I think it was for 72 hours.
Yes.
When the Gezira incident happened, and those terrible videos were happening. But that did not work because also it was creating another tension. Now, not on Facebook. The most dangerous one now was physical.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why I think decisions like that need to be carefully revived. So I would not look at it as the best way. The best way is really to inform the people and make sure that they understand the dangers or the importance of whatever decision they are making. Yeah. So because of that, actually, we are happy to work with a German partner called CAS, Konrad Adenauer Stiftung. We will soon hold some dialogues with the media authorities talking about the difference or the line between freedom of speech and hate speech.
True.
Yeah. Because some people feel like, okay, in the Constitution, we are given the freedom to speak and express ourselves. But also the same law has limitations. Like to what extent?
It's not absolute.
Yeah. So we will have dialogue, media houses, students, and many different groups to talk about this. And the idea is not only to counter the social media hate speech, but really to instill a culture of unity in the people of South Sudan, whereby we don't talk just because we are from this side. Yeah, but when we are saying something, it's because something is wrong and we want it to be resolved. And we say it in the rightful way. Yeah. So we hope to continue in that line. And we are happy that the 12 media houses that were taken for the capacity building training, in addition to the knowledge and the skills that they already have, are hopefully doing their best to continue in the fight against hate speech.
All right.
Yeah.
And when you look at our cultures, the cultures and the norms, you will actually come to realize that in different communities, just like you said, the behaviors, you'll find that there is an element of hate speech from childhood. You're already being told, you know what, do not greet this person, do not eat from this neighbor, do not do the other one. So, which is broadly as tribalism, but indirectly, it's also creating what? Hate speech in between the communities and all that. So when you guys are going to curb and only deal with social media, also deal with the radios, don't you feel like the people in the grassroots will be kind of left out? And how are you going to also involve them? Because I feel like for this needs a general awareness, and the people even in the grassroots need to be included.
Yeah. I didn't mention that, but I will mention it that actually we work so very much in the grassroots.
Yes.
Because we have mapped out very important structures. Like at the county level, we have the women associations, the county women associations. We have the youth county associations. And then in the PIAMs, we have those structures. So we easily go to the grassroots. Mobilization is very easy through those structures. And these platforms that I've mentioned, when we are launching a peace song, we're actually using that as an opportunity to create awareness on multiple issues. Yeah. In our programs, we make sure that even there are awareness sessions on sexual reproductive health and rights. We bring experts to talk about this because it has a link to gender-based violence. Things to do with the child spacing, things to do with actually generally family planning.
Family planning, yes.
Yeah. So we make sure that there are sessions. There are key messages that are disseminated to the communities on this. So in the grassroots, it's well catered for. And we are not afraid to go to the grassroots because we are a local NGO and we are for South Sudanese.
You're dealing
we are South
directly
Sudanese.
with them.
So we deal directly with them.
Yes.
So our work is not centered in the city in Juba, but we also acknowledge that in the city there are a lot of economic challenges. That's why in the city mostly we engage young people to make sure that they are given trainings on financial literacy, on skills that they can use to make their own money, not to think about joining the Torontos and others. Yeah.
As an organization that is kind of dealing with GBV, you're fighting GBV. For the past years, I think for the past, since independence, we've had organizations that are fighting GBV. What could be the challenge? Why is this not ending? Because until now, until date, we see young girls being forced into marriages. We see women being beaten. And why do you think, what is kind of making the call to action delay?
Yeah. If you look at our cultures, they are deeply rooted in the perception that girls are a source of wealth. And this becomes one of the major challenges in ending GBV, because some parents are promoting it. The girl may be interested to go and study, but she'll be forced. I don't remember if it's 2 or 3 years ago when a girl's eyes were pulled off
by the
her own
father.
dad. Yeah. And there are a lot of issues that could have not been reported. So culture, our deep-rooted cultures and beliefs still have a key play in the fight against GBV.
GBV, yes.
But again, if you look at the kind of funding that is being given to the
Fight
national
GBV.
NGOs, it's not enough. And if you look at the geographical coverage, because of the conflict, some NGOs are not able to penetrate deeply into areas that really GBV is happening. So insecurity itself is one of the factors. The level of funding, and actually the speed of response. For example, if violation is happening, the process can be bureaucratic, because culturally the family is struggling to make sure that they are trying to hide the issue from being heard. They are thinking about how socially it will impact their daughter, for example, if it's a rape, but they are not thinking about the importance of the medical attention that their daughter needs.
The daughter needs, yes.
So that means a lot still need to be done, especially with the custodians of our cultures, the chiefs. A lot of awareness has to be done, and we are happy. Like for us, how we are approaching that, we are working with the chiefs, but we are working with the faith-based institutions.
Yes.
One of the faith-based institutions is SEMNET, which is South Sudan Evangelical Network Mission. It's a big body of evangelical churches that have a component of GBV. So they make sure that they mainstream it in their because they also have peace building programs.
Yes.
So they make sure that we bring them the support, the space that they need to talk to people, to talk especially to men and to the chiefs, how they should be able to mitigate
GBV.
Yeah, GBV.
All right. There are increasing cases of GBV, and we are looking at the possible ways and the possible solutions on how we can approach these issues and how to curb it. And talking to the program manager of Tide, we were able to discuss a lot, and he talked about the chiefs. But is there a different strategy that we could actually look at? Is there a different approach that we could look at while curbing the issues, or maybe the GBV?
Yeah, very important question. We believe that we are no longer leaders of tomorrow. We are young leaders of now.
Yes.
So we are trying to see what are our contributions to resolving issues that could be stopped now. We needed a better future. And tracing back to our cultures that I talked about, cultures and tradition, we have seen that GBV has been there. Maybe
it's continuing.
Yeah, it's continuing to be there. Actually, it's on the rise. But now we are seeing a different perspective of approaching this in a way that we would like to invest now in the young people.
All right. When you mean the young
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. So we came up now with a project that is targeting young people, especially students in secondary school.
Yes.
Yeah. They need to begin understanding the consequence of GBV, how they can contribute to preventing it. Some children have influence. Those favorite children that their dad, their mom, yeah. They could talk sense. They could talk sense. I told you my dad and I shed tears. He loved me.
At the age of 13?
At the age of 13. So imagine that moment if I was telling him something. Actually, I told him something that I want to take responsibility of my life. And he respected that. So if we can empower young people to understand GBV and all the factors that surround it, to understand that even sexual reproductive health has a link to GBV.
True.
And how should they go about with that? If you look at the girl child, comparing the percentages of education, right now we don't have latest data, but we can all agree that men have higher percentages of illiteracy than women.
That's true.
Yeah. So, but if you look at menstrual hygiene, for example, or menstruation itself and the impact on the girl child, it has a contribution to the academic percentage of women in the country.
Yes.
So we have boys in the schools. If we teach them, for example, how to respect the girl during menstruation or how to help her, it may not be a material help, but their moral support to the girl, encouraging her, it's okay, this is natural.
It's normal.
Instead of laughing and making fun of the girl, making her out of place.
Yeah. Yes.
One of the girls at Bright Bomber said, pads makes us confident in school. But they said some parents are not giving them. And then they are not allowed to work. And then their brothers are not supporting them. So that's why our new approach is investing in capacity building of young people to take responsibility against GBV. So our hope is that tomorrow we'll have a better South Sudan.
Yes, sure.
As a lot of NGOs have already invested a lot in
trying to
working
to curb it.
With the community leaders, but we still face the challenges. We felt like let us have a different strategy. So unfortunately, this is still a small project, which is like a pilot project. We are working with the schools here in Juba, and then we will see the impact after the project period, and then we hope to spread across the country. And I think it's very good approach because we have a lot of young people in the schools. And we don't need a lot of resources. We don't need to hire a hall. We don't need to buy food.
All they need is knowledge.
Yeah, they just need the knowledge.
Yes.
Yeah. And teachers are actually very happy about this project because this is what they wanted to do. But to take experts, they also need to hire. So we try to see actually how we can use little resources to make impact. They already have a contribution. They have the space. They have the audience. So what we need is
experts.
The experts, maybe water within those 2-3 hours. Yeah, so that is the latest thing we are doing. And on the social media countering of hate speech, we continue also to engage not only at the national level.
Yes.
We are trying to connect ourselves within the region, and we are happy that also this next month we will participate in the IGAD experience sharing workshop in Addis concerning how hate speech, how peace building, youth peace and security initiatives are being advanced by the youth. So we believe that by aligning ourselves also with such platforms, we as an institution will be more empowered so that we'll be doing our work more professionally. But we are also looking into how we can gain more partnerships and collaborations in terms of expertise, in terms of materials. We are not only looking into the money. If the fund comes, yes, because it will help us to expand our work.
True.
But also if you are given the knowledge, you'll be able to do our work much better. So I think that is what I can say about what we are doing so far.
All right, beautiful. And all I normally do say is that there are two important events that each person should actually be very happy about. Is when you discover the day, the day you were born, and the day you discover your purpose. Those are two different important events. when you're born, it means that you're born for a purpose, and when you discover it, that's where you can actually become a greater leader. He was able to discover his purpose at the age of 13. You can also discover your purpose at any time. Just sit down with yourself, realize what you want, focus on what you love doing, and then you'll be there. And talking about curbing GBV, Rome wasn't built in one day, so the struggle continues. We look at different approaches, we look at different ways on how to curb GBV, and it's a collective effort. It needs all the men need to stand in for women, and women need to stand in for themselves, and even the girls need to be inclusive. So it's a combined effort. The government needs to be able to create more awareness, sensitization, and even include the people in the grassroots. So I think it's something that needs a collective effort for all of us. And for you who's out there, just because you have your data of 500, 5,000, you feel like you can insult anybody, you can incite violence and all that, that is not the right way to go. Remember, your freedom of speech is not absolute. So anytime it can be sparked from you if you don't use it well. So thank you so much. It has been such a very powerful conversation. I am very truly inspired by your story. And from here on, I'll tell anybody that is 13 years, have you discovered your purpose? Because I have a friend at 13 years old, he was able to sit down with his father and told him, you know what, just pay my school fees, I'll be able to take care of myself. And as we are talking today, he is actually a very successful and a son of the soil. So it's something that you just need to sit down with yourself, realize, like I said, realize your purpose, and then you're good to go. And this has been my story podcast. Thank you so much. But remember, what could be also a message that you want to share out there to the youths?
Yeah.
Somebody that is watching you right now.
Yeah, I would like to thank the viewers for also listening to my story and to our work. But most importantly, I would like to extend our sincere gratitude to the donors who have stood with us all this time in our work. As I mentioned earlier, we cannot do without partnership and collaboration with the international agencies, because much as we are available as human resources, we also need facilitation in terms of logistics, and those people that we bring for the awareness raising needs refreshments. So in this case, I will thank our partners, among others like Spend Direct, for standing with us, especially in the project of empowering women and youth for peaceful societies, and to thank Konrad Adenauer Stiftung, CAS, for standing with us in countering hate speech and in peace building projects in South Sudan, where we are able to hold a lot of also actual migration dialogues, which I did not talk so much about, but also to thank UNMIS for supporting us with civic engagement and peace building program, because actually civic education is very much needed in our communities in the grassroots. People need to understand the governance processes and how they can participate, the importance of their participation. Actually, things like the Bill of Rights, South Sudanese need to know what are their rights, what are the obligations in the Constitution. So UNMIS was able to give us the space to reach out to the grassroots and do such kind of awareness. And many others, including Civicas and others that have supported the work of CAS. I'm sorry that the list is long, but we are all grateful to all of them. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. And we also do appreciate all the partners. Thank you so much for standing in solidarity with us. Sounds like he said, South Sudan needs you. And you guys have actually proven that you guys have actually shared more of the humanity, and you've also were able to also reach out to the people in the grassroots and the people that have lost hope. You're able to give them hope. So thank you so much. And we call that this is not the end of it. And when this also reaches you out there, you can be able to pick from here and let us know what do you want more to be shared. And there is a lot of stories that you may want to also want to be aired out there. You want to be included. Yes, we'll be able to share more on that as well. And to somebody that is watching this right now, remember that you could be watching this on Facebook, or you could be watching this on our YouTube, or you could be watching this on our YouTube, on our TikTok. These are all the platforms that will be sharing this episode and more of the episodes that are to come. Remember that your story is better told by you, and your story is worth listening to, because you do not know who you are inspiring, you do not know who is listening, and you do not know who is actually watching out there. So as I am inspired today, I know thousands of you out there are also inspired. So learn from this as we learn from you as well. Thank you so much. Remember to subscribe. The links are below. Ruthla is our handle right there. Facebook, Ruthla as well. You can go to our TikTok, Ruthla as well. And I will also be sharing on my personal handles, so just go check out there. You'll find a lot. For those ones who are following me already, I will be giving you when exactly. Remember, these episodes are always at 10 a.m. Be the first one to watch and be the lucky one. Thank you so much. I wish you a best of your watch.